Alright, so today we're going to talk about smokes and how you can use them properly and how you can actually use them to help your teammates instead of maybe even hindering them or even helping the enemy team with your smokes. So let's jump right into it. Alright, so I recently saw a lot of TikTok videos and just like videos where people say like you always have to smoke like this where it always cuts off the corner, and you should never do smoke like this where it goes out a little bit here. So stuff like that, you should never do that. And I think it's very important to understand that each of the smokes that you can do in Valorant have their own purpose and have their own reasons to be there. For example, a lot of people say, as already said, this smoke right here is a smoke which you should never do. People can peek out whatever side here. It's very hard to control. But it is true. Sometimes you want to do a smoke like this when you know that a teammate is standing here with a shotgun, for example. Or if you want to create yourself an off angle where, for example, the enemies push out on the other side and you have this off angle. If you have a smoke like that, so that can actually help you. For example, in pistol rounds, this would be a very useful smoke because you're not holding long angles and you don't aim in this like directional area if you have a pistol, right? So you're not gonna try to aim dual a vandal with that. On the other hand, I see a lot of people saying that this smoke is the one that you should always use and it's perfect because it cuts off the corner and it's perfectly aligned. Nobody can easily push in here. And I have to say that this smoke and this position right here is probably the worst thing you can possibly do. There's a few reasons for that. First of all, I'll show you guys the smoke that you should do in positions like this where you have a long hallway. There's a few maps which have a long hallway like this where people have to push in through a very small choke point, and you should always use a smoke like this where you basically force the enemies to walk through the smoke and then walk into this choke point over here, which allows you to do a lot of things. You could place like different stars here, so you can have a suck, a stun or whatever, or you can have even different abilities for killjoy mollies or whatever to help out kill people in this area. But as already said, the main benefit of having a smoke here instead of having it cut off in this corner is that you force people into this choke point here. And this has multiple reasons why this is good. First of all, like we are in Valorant, we're not in CSGO, and people have abilities. For example, a jet is more likely to dash out and dash onto generator here from this smoke, right? So for example, if you have a smoke like this, the dash has the full range of this entire hallway to go up and then move forward to dash onto the side. If you smoke down here at the end, the jet has to move here, otherwise you will get put in this choke point and can just not easily dash on side. The jet will probably end up somewhere here, or if they try to dash here, they end up like in this position. So having smokes like this where you cut off like the entire choke point and force people to go into the choke point is very good. But when to use smokes like this which cut off completely nice with the line? For example, you can use these in areas like this where you just have a small gap, you don't have a huge choke point. Smokes like this can really benefit you here in the long run. The one very important thing is that you obviously make sure that all of these corners are cut off and that you don't leave any gaps to peek out of, because that could be probably the worst thing that you can possibly do as a smoker, and that is leaving gaps for the enemy to peek and have a basically one way on you. For example, if you do it like this, the enemy can still stand here and peek out of here. So you could think, oh, this looks completely fine if you just run past it and then you go here and the enemy stands there and shoots you, which you obviously try to avoid as much as possible. And that's about it when it comes to smokes. There's not really a big science behind it. All you have to remember is how big is the choke point they have to go through, how much can I help my team, and how little I can help the enemy team. And yeah, that wraps it up for smokes. It's really simple. And if you have any questions or if you want any follow-up videos on one ways or stuff like that or exceptions, then definitely let me know. And I will see you guys back in the next one.